Step inside Airstream's 725,000 square foot travel trailer production facility, where we hand build our iconic riveted aluminum travel trailers. Since 1952, Airstream has manufactured recreational vehicles here in Jackson Center, Ohio. Back then, we built products both here in Ohio and also at a production facility in California. But by 1980, when we were acquired by the newly formed Thor Industries, all production moved here to Jackson Center, and since then, we've been proud to call Ohio home. On this tour, you'll get an inside look at this sprawling, state-of-the-art production facility that we opened in early 2020. It's one of the largest RV manufacturing facilities in the world, and every day it's a hive of activity with over 1,000 associates building these iconic travel trailers by hand. Designing this new facility from the ground up allowed us to fine-tune our production lines, and it's given us more space for production, new tools, and a more efficient process that brings everything under one roof. All that adds up to a focus on the quality and handmade craftsmanship that makes these Airstreams last for generations. From building that iconic riveted aluminum shell, to laying the electrical, plumbing, and gas lines, to the handmade craftsmanship of our wood shop and sewing department, we're excited to give you this up-close look at how we build Airstream travel trailers. So sit back and enjoy this virtual tour of Airstream's travel trailer production facility. For more than 90 years, Airstream has been known for manufacturing riveted aluminum travel trailers. Our iconic shell begins its life here on the riveting platform, where CNC routers pre-drill rivet holes and precisely cut openings for windows and storage compartments in pre-treated sheets of aluminum. Then teams of two set to work, one inside and one outside, fitting and bucking each rivet by hand. By the end of this process, thousands of rivets hold together a semi-monocoque body that's structurally sound and incredibly aerodynamic. Teams work together to assemble 6 individual sections, which then come together to form the final shell. The sidewalls and roof channel are assembled on molds, where the aluminum sheets are riveted to aluminum ribs and ceiling bows, and Z-bars and floor extrusions are installed to add strength. Nearby, our stretch form department starts work on forming the Airstream end caps, stretching sheets of aluminum over curved dies. These machines apply 250 tons of pressure per square inch as they stretch each sheet of aluminum to a perfectly curved shape. Each end cap is made up of 5 sheets of this stretched aluminum, which are then trimmed and marked and sent over to the riveting platform for assembly. For years, this process was housed in a separate facility. But with our new production facility, we were able to bring this department under the same roof, making for a much more efficient process that leads to even more quality manufacturing. After the individual pieces are finished in the stretch form department, each of the 5 panels are assembled on a jig and held together initially with a few rivets and some screws. Once all of the pieces are assembled, the shell is riveted into its final form with Z-bars, aluminum extrusions, and other supports that lend it strength. The end caps then meet up with the walls and roof sections on top of a pre-cut and pre-drilled piece of water-resistant, recyclable composite flooring. This state-of-the-art composite flooring provides more strength and screw retention than the normal plywood that's standard throughout the RV industry. It's a real game changer. It was made possible in part by our move into this factory. Working in teams, sometimes without even being able to see each other, our riveters bring the shell together into its final form, creating a structurally sound, semi-monocoque body that's then lifted above the factory floor and mated up with its finished chassis. While the shell is being riveted together, our chassis department is hard at work installing all the components that rest below floor level. These ladder frame chassis arrive pre-built to specification and come in upside down for easy access to the underside, where the team installs holding tanks, shock absorbers, stabilizer jacks, tires, wheels, and the spare tire. Initial wiring, plumbing, and vent lines are installed, as well as the Airstream step and electric hitch jacks. Then the chassis is flipped right side up for installation of the aluminum enclosed underbelly, as well as the tank sensors. Finally, a crane lifts the completed shell by the roof assembly and lowers it onto the finished chassis. Team members bolt the shell to the chassis, wrap the aluminum floor extrusions around the bottom edge, and install the black plastic banana guards that bring it all together. At this point, it's starting to look like an Airstream, but there's a lot more work to do on the exterior before the superstructure is complete. Our all-aluminum doors are unlike any other travel trailer door on the market. They shut like a bank vault and feature a window and a welded, handcrafted screen door that allows airflow while keeping the bugs out. And because of the curved nature of the Airstream travel trailer's shell, the door also has the unique aspect of a curved shape. With so many components and so much emphasis on the safety and security provided by these doors, this is one of the most complex, time-consuming processes on the line. Each team member contributing to this complex process that involves riveting, insulating, and equipping each door with a handle and locking mechanism. There are hundreds of component parts in this labor-intensive process. We employ the use of numerous jigs that help us mark where each rivet, screw, and component fits together. The door is insulated for warmth, and it's sealed so it's waterproof. While enormously complex, we wouldn't do it any other way. Your Airstream door is your portal to adventure and your doorway into your private sanctuary. It's safety, security, and functionality all wrapped into one. And in that way, the door is the perfect symbol for the Airstream manufacturing process in general. Like just about everything in our process, our window frames are hand-built in-house. Extruded metal bars are bent, shaped, and cut to the precise measurements. Each window frame is painted with a clear coat to ensure a uniform look and long-lasting performance. Before we can install each window into a travel trailer, we first install the hinges, locks, supports, screens, and the tinted window glass. This department builds not only the window frames, but also the storage compartment frames and storage door assemblies as well. After the shell and chassis are mated together, the travel trailers make their way up the line, with each station adding new pieces as we work to completely finish the exterior shell. In addition to the windows and storage compartments, we also install exterior lighting, rub rails, and component doors like the water heater door, the outside shower, and the refrigerator vent. Up above, our associates get to work on the roof components, installing the roof vents, skylights, air conditioners, and solar wiring. Inside the shell, we install the furnace and lay residential electrical wiring through each unit, with 12-volt and 110-volt wires separated to reduce voltage bleed-through. As we get closer to the water check, the final exterior components are installed, like our zip-D awnings, stone guards, and front window guards, as well as the rear bumper. At this point in the process, the unit is completely enclosed, and the aluminum superstructure emerges. Before we send it down the line for insulation, appliances, and furniture, every Airstream undergoes a high-pressure water test. Inside our water check bays, hurricane-force wind and water blast each trailer for about 25 to 30 minutes, while a team member inside looks for leaks. On the rare occasion that we find a leak, we send it back for repair and then we test it again. Some other brands let the customer be the first to test for water leaks. We couldn't stand behind our products unless we did everything in our power to make sure it's 100% ready for its first journey. The big consequence of this method of production is that while other manufacturers build their trailers from the inside out, at Airstream, we build from the outside in. Nothing goes into an Airstream travel trailer until we are sure we have a solid exterior. Once the trailer has successfully passed its water check, insulation and the Airstream QuietStream AC ducts are installed, and work on the interior shell begins. We hand cut each piece of insulation, which allows for less waste and more coverage. The interior shell is crafted using the same 4/100ths aluminum with the same clear coat as we use on the exterior shell. It's pre-cut on a CNC routing machine that provides the precise cuts necessary for each floor plan. On average, each Airstream uses 1,200 square feet of aluminum. Additionally, we install a single piece of pre-cut vinyl flooring. Then we get to work installing batteries, interior lights, radios, and the breaker and fuse boxes. Electrical switches, USB ports, and inverters are installed, as well as the LP tanks, monitoring panels, and the water pump. The fiberglass shower shell and the toilet assembly is installed with the hole pre-cut for the drains. At this point, the Airstream is just about ready for its final finish, but first, we put it through a rigorous electrical check to ensure everything is working properly. Our travel trailer manufacturing plant follows an L shape, and as the line makes the turn at the bottom of that L, we have one of the most important stations in the process. The electrical lines have been laid throughout the shell, the lights and fans have been wired, the inverter and electrical converters have been installed, and now it's time to check that all the electrical systems are in working order before we begin installing appliances and furniture. At the turn, we hook up every travel trailer to either 30 or 50 amp electrical and test every outlet, every light and fan, and all the switches and breakers throughout the interior. We also test all the exterior DOT lighting, the running lights, turn signals, brake lights, and even the little light above the dump station. Once the Airstream passes this test, it makes the final turn toward the finish line. While other brands install pre-built furniture and cabinetry, at Airstream we're proud of the hand-built nature of our products. While all that work is happening on the shell and inside the walls, teams are assembling each individual piece of cabinetry, the wardrobe, the bulkhead walls, dinettes, and furniture that will be installed in the final finish. Our wood shop is a hive of bustling activity. Sheets of wood are pre-cut with a CNC router and then put through an edge banding machine that applies a soft guard along exposed edges. Each piece is carefully sanded and assembled with pocket screws, dowels we make in-house, and glue. We never use staples in the construction of our cabinetry. Throughout the RV industry, the interior is built first before the walls and ceiling are installed in the final finish. We do things backwards, putting a lot of time and attention into building the shell first. But consequently, everything that goes inside an Airstream travel trailer must be built to go in through a 26-inch wide main entry door. Everything we make in the wood shop is built in component pieces that fit through that door. Inside, they're fitted and measured again, and then sanded or trimmed to perfectly fit the curving shape of the interior walls. The added benefit of this method of construction is that it makes it easier to provide maintenance or make repairs later on in the life of the travel trailer. In addition to furniture and cabinetry, we also install the TVs, a cooktop with a vent, AC vents, and window coverings. The bed frame is joined up with a plush mattress, and we complete the interior with detail work like hooks, magazine racks, trash cans, countertop extensions, and storage bins. The last piece of the Airstream puzzle comes together in our sewing department, where associates hand-cut the fabrics used for upholstery and curtains. The wooden furniture frames come over from the wood shop and are fitted with memory foam cushions. Associates stretch the upholstery over the frames, and the upholstery is stapled in place without wrinkles or budges. Nearby, curtains are cut and assembled by hand and sewn together with industrial sewing machines. It might not be the easiest way, but like the entire Airstream manufacturing process, it requires skilled craftspeople to build these unique pieces and ensure lasting quality for generations of use. After all the pieces are assembled, there's one final check before we send a unit out the door and on its way to a customer. A complete final walkthrough is conducted, where a team member carefully performs a series of detailed system tests and visual inspections. Tests include ensuring appliances work correctly, pressure checking the LP gas system, running the furnace and air conditioners, and filling the drain system to check for leaks. On average, inspectors confirm 1,500 points per trailer. If a single item doesn't meet specifications, it's sent back for repair. Once all inspections are completed, the interior and exterior are cleaned and a fresh coat of wax is applied. The weight of the unit is recorded and a serial number is inscribed, readying the trailer for transport to our dealer network, and then on to a customer who's waiting to take delivery of their dream come true. We hope you've enjoyed this inside look at our travel trailer manufacturing process. From riveting the shell to building out the interior and ensuring that every travel trailer lives up to our quality standards, this handmade process hasn't changed much over the last 95 years of Airstream history. While our new production facility has allowed us to fine-tune the process and bring in specialized equipment that ultimately contributes to greater quality, we're proud of the craftsmanship and skill that it takes to build the world's most iconic travel trailer. Whether you're dreaming of the day you can hit the road in your Airstream, or you're one of the thousands of Airstreamers already out there living the dream, thank you for joining us on this virtual tour of the Airstream travel trailer plant. We'll see you down the road.